Hey everybody. I'm just getting my Palo going. And since YouTube's a hater, I got my music going in my ear tonight. Y'all know I love my R&B. I love doing I love doing readings and listening to music. But they be tripping on your girl or whatever. Hey y'all. I like blue. Hey, I like blue. I'm just giving a few minutes for people to get in. Cleansing our space. I am going to try to make sure that I do weekly readings, okay? I know I've been dropping the ball um on doing like weekly readings for the collective, but I really want to make that a habit because we all need insights, especially going into the end of the year for sure, especially going into the end of the year. All righty, there we go. On your way in, make sure you like this video, share it, invite someone. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this reading started. Okay, and so for those of you who are just joining, this is just our weekly collective read to kind of see, what messages Spirit has for us during. I'm trying to figure out which deck I want to use. I think I want to use this same deck as last week. Sometimes like a specific deck will have a hold on me for a while, so I'm just gonna roll with the exact same deck. But welcome everyone. So this is our collective read for the upcoming week, and we'll see what messages Spirit has for the collective for the upcoming week. What can we expect to see for the upcoming week? If you are here, say hi in the chat. Let's see. What messages do we have for the upcoming week? For the collective. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Lessons. Messages. And if you can hear my husband, just ignore him. He's on the game. Okay, so let's see what messages we have for the collective for the upcoming week. So going into the upcoming week, a lot of us are going to have to practice balance and temperament for sure. I see some things. Yeah, absolutely. So what I will say is that I see the potential for conflict coming up within the upcoming week. I think that some of us may struggle with being a little bit short-sighted in the upcoming week based off of this reading. I keep hearing hot-headed. Some of you may find yourself in a position where you are a little hot-headed, and what Spirit is advising us here, right? Because we also have the Temperance card and we have the Five of Wands. They're advising us to exercise temperance. Exactly what it says. They're advising us to exercise temperament, right? This really isn't a time where you want to make hasty decisions or decisions out of anger, or if you do find yourself in a heated situation in the upcoming week, it would be very important for you to watch your words, and really be considerate about how you're coming off to others. It's very important in the upcoming week for us to truly be mindful of what it is exactly that we're saying, because you can easily bring it into fruition. So one of the best ways that I can describe this is, have you, I don't know if any of you have ever heard the scripture that talks about life and death lying in the power of your tongue. That is going to be something that is very important going into the next week or so. You need to be very mindful about what it is that you're saying and how you're responding to certain situations in your life, and how it can affect some of the relationships that you have in your life. Community is very important. And I'm really getting that in the upcoming week. Some of you can find yourself in situations with loved ones or friends, people that are in your community, and you can find yourself trying not to speak out of anger. Now, this message is like, I'm not saying like lie, right? No, absolutely not. I think that there's obviously ways to communicate very clearly and get your point across, but this week the message from Spirit is just to be mindful of that, because friends and family, our community, are very important to us, and you just need to be mindful in the way that you respond to these tough situations. That's all. And it's also another message of, not becoming embittered. A lot of us are going to have to remember to listen and not just be set in our ways of thinking, and understand that other people have opinions. So what it's really challenging us to going into the upcoming week is to really try to see other people's perspective and focus deeply on our communication. I'm not necessarily sure why that's the message for the upcoming week, but it's very important that we're very mindful of our communication with our loved ones, and then also very much mindful of the words that come out of our mouth in general. There's several things that I'm seeing in the reading. Some of us, what's being reflected here with some of these airy cards, are our thoughts, right? So it's very important that you all monitor what your internal self-talk sounds like as well. You don't want to be putting out a whole lot of negative energy with your words, right? I know, especially in my practice and in my personal beliefs, we know that our words have power. So there's really an emphasis this upcoming week, not only on your words with others, but internal talk, and then just, your mental power in general. How are you spending your time mentally? Are you thinking about things that enrich your life, or are you doing things that thinking about things that are going to be a hindrance to you long term, right? So it's very important that you all are monitoring your thoughts, and understand that it's okay to take a break and take a step back from a confrontation or from a situation or a disagreement that you may be having with a loved one, and revisit it later. That's going to be something that's very important, because sometimes the Five of Swords talks about winning literally at all costs, and that's just not necessarily the vibe, right? Sometimes we could get a little bit there. There's a lot of fiery energy in this reading as well. So it talks about sometimes we could get a little bit, upset and things like that. But it's very important to, take a step back from that. Something that my grandmother used to say when I was a child is she used to say, don't let the sun go down on your wrath, right? I know obviously that's not necessarily realistic, because if you piss me off, you don't piss me off, okay? But it says not to let the sun go down on your wrath. So that talks about, essentially you cooling it for a second, right? And not holding on to grudges for too long, okay? And I feel like that in itself is a whole message about not necessarily clinging to those moments of anger. I really feel, because the reading for the collective ends with the World card. So the general tone of everyone's reading is that conflict is bound to happen. These types of situations where we run into conflict with our loved ones, or conflict in community, or with our friends and things like that, it's bound to happen. It's going to happen. It's a part of the natural cycle of life. But also, this last card kind of confirms it's all about how we handle it. Right? It's just, it's divine. Spirit is reminding us that we wish, like a lot of us would wish that every day would be sunshine and rainbows, but sometimes that's not necessarily the case. So going into the next week, let's focus on temperament. Let's focus on the words that we're saying to our loved ones, and also just trying not to get stuck in those moments of anger. So that is the correct collective read. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. So for those of you who are here, I think we only have a few people tonight, which is cool, okay? Because I wasn't trying to be on here that long anyways. But for the people who are here, I will take, 3 questions tonight. So if any of you have a question that you would like to ask tonight, feel free, drop it in the chat. While you're doing that, while you're typing out your questions, if you would like, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of give you all some updates, because I haven't been on here in a while. I've actually been on Facebook. I forgot. I'm streaming to Facebook and then to YouTube. So if you haven't already, go subscribe to Conjure Corner on YouTube. There's a lot of information on there. I'm always teaching. I have videos, tutorials, everything magical. I'm also going to be doing a free masterclass so that you all can kind of understand a little bit more about what it is that I do, and how I incorporate our ancient teachings in making, enchanted cosmetic products or self-care products, right, or wellness items. So I'm going to be teaching a free masterclass on that here coming up pretty soon. Also, the Get Ready With Me's, the magic and makeup Get Ready With Me's are going to be starting in the month of November as well. Conjure mentorship. I did push the Conjure mentorship back until January. It's going to start at the end of January. Okay. So for those of you, like I said, okay, thank you. I got you, Sandra. If anyone else has a question, I could take 2 more tonight. But yeah, if any of you all have a question, just type it out in the chat and I will answer those as well. Of course, these readings are free, but if you want, my Cash App is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. You can feel free to leave a love offering. My Cash App, y'all, I still have the old Cash App. I still have like $ like Leilani Kayan. I still have that one, but this one is also my business Cash App. It's $ Botanica Venus. So feel free to leave your girl some love offering. So let's go ahead and answer Sandra's question. And you want to know if you will find employment this week. Okay. Let's get into it now. Have you just kind of been on the job hunt, Sandra? Okay. Let's see. If you will find a job this week. Alrighty, let's see, Sandra. So, okay. So what I'm seeing in this reading is that, you likely will not find you likely won't find employment this week. However, there are some messages here and some instructions here. I'm feeling that you're getting discouraged with it, or that this particular week is going to be a week where you actually do get pretty discouraged in finding employment. I see that we got some more people on. Answering 2 more questions. So if anyone else has a question, type it out in the chat and I'll get to you next after Sandra. But what your reading is talking about, and I understand it to be sometimes, when you're having financial issues, of course, like naturally you can get a little bit disheartened, and you can get frustrated, especially around, the things that you feel like you need. I know specifically, since, we're talking about this week, some of the things that you're going to run into, you're going to really feel like there's roadblocks, like if there's not one thing, there's another type situation. So going into this week, you're going to experience that. You're going to even hit a point in this week where you may feel like a loss of faith, or just really feel extremely frustrated with the situation. Also, I kind of see you being maybe even frustrated about the people who are in your circle, or not feeling like you are supported properly, if that makes sense. Like you're gonna kind of feel jaded in a way, where you feel like people aren't having your back. So what I am going to say for you, Sandra, like you are going to get the opportunity, right? You are going to find employment, but this week itself has its own set of challenges. Like this week may not be the one that you find like, oh, the job and get hired, if that makes sense. The good news is, and like I said, the good news is that help is on the way. Like the good news is that and this is wonderful for you. I actually really love this card for you, because this is in the future position here. This talks about literally, opportunity and actual money coming into your life in the future. So I really want you to remember that in this week is not the end all be all for you, right? This week isn't just, don't get discouraged if you don't see money coming in right away, because it, literally, and this is the full card in this deck. This is literally talking about opportunity. This is newness. The zero in the numerical system can literally be anything, and I really like that, followed by this card. Like this is literally a new journey that you're going to embark on. So it is confirming that you have been discouraged. Yeah, I definitely get that. And in your reading as well, it has the Two of Pentacles, which talks about, you kind of juggling things, kind of struggling to, I keep hearing play catch up. So struggling to play catch up. And, the reading talks about you going into a little bit of pessimistic thinking, or being prone to falling into a depression surrounding responsibilities. A lot of people don't know that the Devil card has that energy of being like tied to Saturnian things, or it has like the, energy of like Saturn, like responsibilities being tied to certain things in our life like that. And the what Spirit is talking about is it's important for you not to go into a depressive state. Hi, welcome. I see we have a few more people. If anyone wants one question answered, drop it in the chat before I get off. I'm almost done with Sandra's reading here, but so Spirit talks about being mindful of not actually, getting too discouraged and falling into that. You should still keep trying. This is the energy of you almost hitting a burnout is what it's saying. You want to know if you're cursed? Okay. Oh, thank you. See, that makes me happy. Sandra says I'm on point. Okay, can't nobody tell me I don't be reading. Okay? No. But yeah, don't get discouraged, Sandra. Don't hit that point of burnout, because you're going to get another job. It's just like right now, stuff's hard. And I see you, I really see you getting depressed, and I see you becoming embittered, but don't let that bitterness stop you from moving forward. Okay. Like don't get stuck in the bitterness and the anger, because, you're looking at all these things that you have to take care of. Okay. So that is my message to you, Sandra. I hope everything gets better for you soon as well. And then I see I have another question, so I'll do that. But give me just a second, you guys, because I have to relight my smoke, because y'all know I have to have Have to have my smoke going when I read as well. But if you are watching, say hello to me. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. And I have, girl, trust me, I have not forgot to send you your oil. I got you. You just, I be running around here. But I got you. Yeah, and I'll be sending that soon. Message me, Sandra, if you're still watching, message me on WhatsApp if you have a different address. If you don't have a different address, it's okay. I'll just send it to the address that you gave me last time. But yeah, that'll be coming to you soon. Okay. So, Christina, you want to know if you're cursed? Okay. I got you. Let's look into it. So there's a couple of things, as I'm shuffling these cards here, just bits of information that I want to give you as far as cursed. Now, there's different kinds, right? Like, it could be a generational curse. Hey, welcome. Priestess or lady, excuse me, Faiza Moiselle. I hope I said that right. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. Say your name right. But so are you in my head, are you thinking as well, like, are you thinking that somebody has done spiritual work on you type situation? But let me get into it here. I'm asking Spirit. If Christina is cursed. All righty, let me see here. Okay, so good news for you, Christina, is that no, absolutely, you have not been cursed. That's good. That's good though, right? But kind of let me explain a little bit though, about what I'm seeing for you. So I'm just a messenger. So if I use strong words when I'm reading, it's just because I'm going to tell you like the absolute truth. And what I see, some of the spirits that I work with, they're very good about bringing certain things to light. So if my verbiage in my readings sounds harsh, I apologize in advance. That's just, what it is. But there's a little bit of a delusion here though, right? But I think that in terms of you, according to your reading, it is in your situation, this is good that this is merely only a delusion, right? And I want to show you this card in particular because this is literally the card of you setting up mental blocks for yourself. This is you. The only thing that's punishing you or that is entrapping you or that has the ability to hurt you at this point is literally your mind. And so this card right here, that's what this is confirming. But that's really what the reading talks about. It's just like sometimes in your life you like kind of feels like you're fighting against or going against the flow of things, or sometimes you feel like things are a little bit harder for you than it might necessarily be. But it's important for you not to get too trapped up in those thoughts of like, paranoia, like, oh, is someone working me or has someone work me or if I'm cursed, because it literally mentally, like it exhausts you. Like this is a card of like literally having a lot on you and being burdened by that. But you're somebody who you're actually surrounded by people who are very smart and intuitive. Something that I get though, you haven't been worked, but you have like a stalker. You have somebody like watching you. Oh, good. I said your name right. Thank you. Okay, I'm happy because I got to do my people right. But you have people watching you. You have like I would say stalker is such a strong word, but you got like people peeping you, but they can't do nothing to you. You don't have to worry about that because the first thing that I heard was like, I mean, you have a lot of ashe, and you just not out here not protected, like you're not out here just like not protected. Like you have spirit guides that work for you. No one has actually hurled anything at you. If anything, these are like hating ass people, like literally like hate, throwing mental, you know what I'm saying, like throwing mental jabs at you. From what I can see, kind of like, just like a peeping tom, but it's not working. Like, don't let people make you paranoid. Don't get paranoid in your own thoughts or emotions. If somebody did do something, don't give it the mental energy. But I'm just saying, like, I know for a fact during your reading tonight, nobody, like, you're not cursed. You're not cursed. And you're gonna be okay. You're not cursed. But if somebody did, in the future, like, don't give it that mental energy or that power to literally take you to those points of like mental exhaustion. If that makes sense. You can come to me. I have protection oil on my store if that's ever something, because I don't know how well you know me, but something I always say is protection is prevention. So if you want to be strong and have walls that are stronger than your enemy's weapons, absolutely come to me. You can visit botanicavenus.com. Like, I do protection work. I have YouTube videos on my channel about how to protect your home and yourself as well, just like for beginners or whatever. But no, if anything, let that thought drive you to just protect yourself as well. But no, you're absolutely fine. You're not cursed. And yeah, that's it. You're not cursed. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. There's definitely not a curse. It's just some of these cards that I'm seeing. I'm definitely seeing the the reverse Queen of Cups, the Son of Cups, and both of these energies can be a little bit delusional sometimes when they get trapped up in emotion or they get worried. Yep, that's it. Like one of the character traits of being like the Queen of Cups in reverse like that, she could be a little bit of a worry wart. So that's what I will say about that. And that is the read. That is the read. So I know, well, I've been on here about 30 minutes. Huh? You're welcome. Yeah, I get that. Yep, don't get it. Well, at least don't get in your head about this. Girl, see? Okay, I'm gonna give some attention right here just because I got time today before I get off. Y'all see them comments right there on Facebook? Send me a request for your accurate reading. Bitch. No, that's how you get scammed. That's all I'm gonna say. That's how you get scammed, was with these messages right here. If anybody does that to you, they about to this person in the comments is gonna tell you cursed. That person right there is gonna tell you cursed. So I'm just gonna say that. So be mindful. Try not to be so hard on yourself. Veronica, what question do you have? I did initially say I was going to take 3. So I know everybody. Yeah, I'll take one more. I'll take one from you, Veronica, if you want to type out your question. But that's how you get scammed. Send me a friend request for your accurate. Bitch. Well, I can't wait till I get off a live so I can block whoever this is. I can't. People out here crazy. But yeah, I know some of y'all. So y'all, I ain't got time. So I went in on Miss Veronica though, see if she wants to type out her question before I get off of here. But yeah, for all my Facebook family, come join us at the Conjure Corner. all the fun stuff. I'm saying, oh, you better get the fuck on, get hexed for real, shit. Y'all play too much. Don't come in my inbox talking about a message from the ancestors. I'm good, beloved. My ancestors and my Loa talk to me. I'm fine. Thank you though. What did Future say? He was like sensational. I'm sensational. You still there, Veronica? No, on a more serious note though, I want to tell you all conjure mentorship. I pushed it back until January the 30th. I really hadn't set a date until today. So yeah, January 30th, I think that'd be good. That'd be enough time to get everybody in one accord so we can join. I'm gonna be teaching some really good classes. But if you join the conjure mentorship, be ready to work, because I'm not for play. This ain't for play. We're gonna get to the real stuff. Okay, well, I don't see the question. Let me scroll down. Okay, so I didn't see your question, you all, but definitely make sure you share this video with everybody. Like I said, like it, all that. I appreciate you all stopping by, but I'm done with the reading for this week, and I'll try to keep it true to doing the weekly readings every Friday at the same time. So it'll be either on Friday or Saturday. So I will see y'all soon. Have a good night.